Everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Another episode of Coin's Reaction Zone was the Scooby-Doo Show. So last week we reacted to a creepy thing in the Bermuda Triangle where we met the Skeleton Men, monsters that appear in Monsters Unleashed. So it was nice to meet them. We're slowly ticking through all the Monsters Unleashed monsters, which is pretty exciting. We rated it a 5.5 because I thought it was fun. And today we'll be reacting to the last episode for this week, A Scary Night with Snow Beast Fright, released on September 23rd, 1978. It's episode number 3 in series number 76. And this one's exciting because the Snow DVD, I can't remember what it's called, but whenever they the DVDs into a compilation, this one is one I've seen before through that DVD. So this is one from the Scooby-Doo Show, pretty much the only Scooby-Doo Show episode I've seen. Yeah, Winter Wonder Dog, released by Warner Home Video on October 8th, 2002. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, it's in the home media section. So this is one I have seen before, so that's pretty fun. And I think we'll just get right into it. Let me give the premise real quick. So, the gang go to visit their friend, Professor Kruger, who's working at the North Pole. However, they arrive only to discover that he's disappeared. It turns out a fur-covered dinosaur is wandering around and maybe be the reason for the professor's disappearance. And there's some trivia on this episode. The Examiner newspaper mentions that its whereabouts has a population of 555,000. It can also be a local newspaper from the gang's hometown, where they had Kruger from. Eskimo is now considered a racially insensitive term, with the proper term being Inuit. Knew that one. And then the Snow Beast Growl sound effect can also be heard in 1980's The Thing during the dog transformation torch sequence. Interestingly, both have Arctic settings and only came out a few years apart. And then Manuk is like an homage to Nanook, the subject of 1922's silent docu-film about an Inuk Indian and his family and their day-to-day life. The film was preserved in the Library of Congressional National Film Registry in 1989, 11 years after this episode came out. It's actually a lot of interesting trivia for this episode, and this is excited to watch. Let's get right into it. Nice snowy biome. Good winter episode. Oof, I just had... Oh man, I just had serious deja vu from watching this episode. So that's the professor, and released in 2002, born in 98, 26 right now, but seeing this episode again after so many years. This is an episode that I, like, of 10 Scooby-Doo DVDs I've had on DVD, so I've seen it so many times. Every time when I was sick or anything like that off of school, I've seen this DVD. That's one of the ones that got me into Scooby-Doo. I like how Fred's wasn't moving at all when they were dragging him. It's a pretty small opening. Oh, because it's a polar bear. Are you digging, Igloo? That's a full freaking grown bear, jeez.
Looks like someone was fixing dinner. It's still warm. Whoever it was sure left in a hurry.
Well, of course it's still warm, it's steaming. But having the fish is pretty interesting too. Anytime there's soup boiling in a cauldron like that, it reminds me of the laundry scene from Captain Cutler. Yep, and it's laundry again. So they're cooking or cleaning their laundry while they're freaking drying fish.
I am going to go to just a minute, Chief. Where did the professor have his headquarters?
Puppies are so cute.
There, thanks.
That face animation was so weird.
Sorry, mister.
The professor is gone. Another victim of the Snow Beast. All that remains is our work. Who are you? I was his assistant, Jean-Pierre Baptiste. I must go now before
His assistant, okay. And we actually meet a lot of people. I can't remember who the
Not exactly the friendly sort.
villain is.
Come on, let's check out the hut.
A lot of animals in this episode, with the mouse, polar bear, the doggies.
Hey, it looks like a drawing of those totem poles. And I'll
That's a drawing of those totem poles. That's pretty detailed.
Oh, I see who that is, Scoob. It's the Snow Beast.
Yeah, the Snow Beast just full on picked them up. I remember. I thought he was just on a regular boat, and the Snow Beast just ripping it apart, man. You can just do
There they are. Cheapers,
the
sure
coding.
did.
Yeah, that must be really cool. And then oil, so yeah. Snow Beast robot.
Pole's heart is beating. It's alive.
Such a huge thing. It's one of those ones where if they just focus on that technology and all that stuff, they would make a killing.
Over there.
Swing, quick, he's headed straight for the Snow Beast.
And that the Snow Beast can even feel it too.
Look out.
That's pretty good for running up a smooth surface like that.
Swing, Snow Beast trap.
science. You got so close to being a totem pole. Nope, you got it. Nice.
Somebody must have carved these
Scooby just ate some Scooby Snacks. So,
A submarine.
with the ones he had
Look at this. More
3
black
days
snow.
ago,
I think these clues are finally beginning to add up.
Right. We've got to
that's
find Professor
like
Nugget before the Snow Beast
2.
finds us.
That's 4 more for
So
Scooby.
far, so good, Scoob.
Brings Scooby-Doo's total Scooby Snacks to 77, and then he's so cute in a little sleeping bag.
Toothbrush, toothpaste.
Yeah, this was my favorite scene, just the brushing of the teeth and the nose.
We made it. Now
Yeah.
all we have to do is capture the Snow Beast.
Rescued, and I like how it's
Someone
iced.
should just lure the Snow Beast onto this patch of
Just go up
slippery
the
ice.
stairs.
It'll be helpless. Any volunteers?
Okay, so that was his 4th one, so I guess he got 3 last time. I'm giving myself a better count using the wiki. That was quick, nice job. Boom, baby.
Just as we thought.
Knocked off his head.
And the Snow Beast was a mechanical monster. I'm
Yeah.
Baptiste, the professor's assistant.
Full mechanical though, like that stuff
It was
is
really simple. Baptiste
crazy,
advised the Snow
knowing
Beast
that
research
technology.
Professor Kruger, and he realized there was a huge oil pool there.
And because it was on Eskimo
Gotcha.
land, he took advantage of their legend about the Snow Beast to scare them away. And began smuggling oil out beneath the ice in converted submarines.
Like the professor became suspicious. So Baptiste carried him off with his Snow Beast and locked him up, just like Chief Manook. And I would have made millions if it hadn't been for you meddling kids.
Yeah, he would have made millions. Insane. Yeah, that one makes the most sense. Yep, trying to. Yep, that's the 4th animal we've seen. Little walrus. Nice. You know, Alaskan puppy girlfriend. That was a fun episode. It's full on nostalgia. I'm definitely, full disclosure, I'm gonna give it like an extra 1.5 points for nostalgia. But it's still such a fun one, such a dynamic Scooby-Doo episode. Like so many suspects, the overall, just the sheer size of everything was super fun. Like the totem poles, being able to build those totem poles without anybody noticing, getting all that wood and all that stuff is insane. Building that Snow Beast with nobody noticing, especially since you're an assistant to a professor. So you're probably constantly busy doing stuff, especially in that kind of frozen area. Just being able to build that giant mechanical would be insane. Felt stuff. Scooby-Doo cartoon logic, but it had feeling of like, you know, brushing and being annoyed and things like that, even though he was in the middle of it. Just such a fun one. Just a classic Scooby-Doo episode. That's why it was in the Winter Wild Dog DVD box set. Came with 4 winter episodes. Released in 2002. It's what I grew up with. One of the 10 Scooby-Doo movies that I grew up with, like Cyber Chase and the Hawaiian one, Aloha Scooby-Doo, and all those ones, those 10. So I've seen it several times. Every time I'm sick or was out of school, like I said, during the middle of the episode, I've seen this episode. Such a good one. I'm going to give this one a 7.5 out of 10. It's just nostalgia-wise. I would really... You know what? I think I'm actually going to give it an 8. I think I would give it a 6.5, but I'm going to give it an 8 for nostalgia. Just such a good episode, and it just had so many good moments. Scooby ate 4 Scooby Snacks in this episode. He's basically all 3 episodes for this season. He's had eaten Scooby Snacks, bringing his total up to 77. And Shaggy's at 55, so those are fun numbers right there. And then I'm not really sure, since they shoved the Snow Ghost into the totem pole, that was the enemy stuff. I'm not going to do property damage for that, because he technically didn't destroy like the infrastructure there. It was what the bad guy built, so I'm not going to really mess with it. So 8 out of 10, and a good episode. One of my favorites. Probably going to be one of my higher rated episodes in the Scooby-Doo show. Just such a fun one. So good. And that brings our average score for the Scooby-Doo show up by a good amount to a 5.83. So right now it's better than season 2. But that's only 3 ratings. There's still 13 episodes to go. Where next week we will continue on for the next 3 episodes. I'm going to keep this one rather short just because it was fun. I mentioned what I wanted to mention. So yeah, just love the sheer size of things on this episode, and just all the different styles that they went for and the different suspects, and made it more fun. Next week we will start off with episode number 4, To Switch a Witch. And then in the next set of episodes we will also be learning about the Tar Monster. So I think he's one of the last ghosts in the Scooby-Doo show that will appear in Monsters Unleashed later. So that's pretty awesome. I think there's no other real ghosts besides like Pup Named Scooby-Doo, but that one doesn't come to life. So pretty exciting as we continue on. I will see you guys next week for those 3 episodes. Thank you everyone for watching, and have a great day.